are live. Get rid of Vitalik's account here. All right. Let's see. I have a new subscriber. Let's go to YouTube. All right. There's nobody in the chat. Let's see. Let's take a look at Twitter real quick. Oh, there are people on X. All right, we'll get kicked off in about a minute. 1 minute. Crypto Bra on X. I need to figure out how to use this broadcasting software, because right now there's no intro music, there's no intro video. I don't know how to do anything. What's up, Crypto Bra? All I'm doing is just freestyling it. So we'll see how this goes. I want to try to do these videos a little bit more consistently, just so that I can share a little bit about what my thought process around a couple of things and get some feedback on the product that we're building, and hopefully it's helpful to people. So, all right, let's kick it off, because I'm supposed to meet some friends later, so I don't want to waste too many people's time. But what's going on? My name is Joe. I am the founder of a product called Superdapp, and the tagline that I've been using is the Las Vegas of crypto. And the reason I go with that tagline is because when you think about Las Vegas, it came up, with gaming or gambling, depending on how you want to call it. They say gaming. And really what they did was they got the best games, poker, blackjack, or whatever, from these casinos around the world, and they brought them to one place, and they built this mega business that is now an entertainment business, right? It's very big on entertainment. And now you can go to Las Vegas and there's way more than gambling. You can do all types of stuff. You can go take in a show. You can rent supercars. You can, shoot military grade weapons. And so the idea behind Superdapp is to really bring a lot of these different concepts in crypto into one place, a lot of these on-chain protocols. And specifically, it's focused on earnings protocols. So things where you might have to stake something to earn or deposit something, more of the DeFi aspect. Just because I think that part of crypto is a little bit more obscure and more difficult to understand. So the idea is that with Superdapp, our mission is to just make it very easy for you to use DeFi. Make a very consistent user experience that you're going to be able to plug into and understand how multiple protocols work without having to, navigate through different complicated websites. So that's really the high level mission. And then the vision is really, we want to help people be able to live with crypto. I think right now there's a lot of accounting, there's a lot of, websites that you have to navigate, a lot of rugs you have to avoid, a lot of places telling you, oh, put your private key in here and we'll do this and that for you. And I think part of the beauty of crypto is the self-custody aspect, but with that, you have to do a lot of management. And so if we can build a product that kind of acts like that Las Vegas, where there is a place you can come to that's a trusted central source, and you can use that to execute your transactions, I think that it's going to be a pretty nice, interesting experience. And I think that for normal people, obviously, if you're probably watching this video right now live, you're probably an early adopter. But for the 98% of the people or the 80% of the people that are out there that don't understand crypto, we want to make it easy for them as well. So that's kind of the mission. Pull everything together, and then the vision is make it so that it's so simple that you can get back to living your regular life. And if you think about it, everybody has a bank account. You're not trying to figure out, your earnings or anything crazy with your bank account. You just log in, pay your bills maybe, and then, get back to regular life. So that's what we want crypto to be. So there's been a wait list, and what I'm going to do is actually show a preview of what the product actually looks like right now. And anybody can go check this out. If you just go to superdapp.com/portfolio, you can go in and enter a public key. And there are a few protocols that I have already figured out how they work, programmed them in, and I'm just going down a list right now. So, we started off with like Aave, Lido. We're working on Uniswap right now. Uniswap's pretty complicated. We've got obviously Hex, Zen, Phoenix. We want to do Titanx. We have DBZen in there. And so just starting to go through some of these DeFi protocols. So let me switch my camera here. As you can tell, I don't know how to use this thing. So when you first get to the website, this is what you're going to see. It's a pretty straightforward, wait, what's going on over here? See, I don't even know how to use this product here. Okay, cool. It's a pretty simple entry box. You just put in an Ethereum address or an ENS key, and you need to have a name associated with it. So I'll put in Vitalik. And what happens is it'll populate his Ethereum address, and you can just say, watch this account. And so this mode right now is only in read-only mode, but you can kind of see some of the products that Vitalik has in his wallet. So he's got some ETH, he's got some USDC, SHIB, obviously he was one of the largest SHIB holders. And you can kind of scroll through and see everything about it. Now, I'm still in the process of fixing some of the experiences around some of these tokens, but somebody sent him some Zen at some point in time, right? And so you can click on, so what this box here is, I call this a token set. And right now, this token set only has one token in it, which is Zen. And every token set has a set of actions associated with it. So if you click on Zen, you can send and receive. And so this is an example where you could just click send, and then the idea would be it'd bring up like a send screen and then call your wallet and send the tokens off. He's got DGen, so he was one of the early popular people on Farcaster that got DGen, and you can send and receive DGen, but this also has an additional action where he can stake his DGen. So he can not only just send and receive it, but he can stake it. Now, if you have DGen Liquid in your wallet, you might not have known that you can stake it, but because the token actions are attached to this token set, which is DGen, he has the ability to stake it. He has Hex in his wallet, which is also another stakeable token, but you wouldn't know that if you just went to any regular wallet, but he can just stake it right out of here if he wants to. And then here's another Zen example where he can deposit stake, so he can stake his Zen, which is one option, but then Zen also has the ability to burn, right? So there's a burnimental attached to the ability to use Zen, which is another feature. And so you could imagine you click on burn, and then it pulls up, then you've got a list of burning protocols on Zen, DBZen, Phoenix, etc. And so I think that this design allows you to kind of go through multiple, it allows you to really abstract a lot of how crypto works into a very simple user experience, where I think almost everything in crypto can be represented like this, whether it's, two NFTs in a pool that are earning some third NFT, right? Like, let's say you have a Bored Ape and a Mutant Ape, and it's paying out ApeCoin. You can represent that in this example. If you've got a liquidity pool that you've deposited where you have a pair of tokens that are in, and then you've got some earnings that you're getting out, you can represent that as well. So the idea is that I think that anything in crypto that's an actual protocol that lives on chain can kind of be represented in this fashion. So the idea is just to try to figure out how to smooth this out, because there are a couple of edge cases that I've run into, right? Like, there's, this I think also has Pulse Chain on here. So yeah, so this is a Pulse Chain hex deposit, which I guess was probably forked from this one when somebody sent them hex. So having to try to understand different chains with the same asset on different chains was challenging. There's other examples where somebody will fork a protocol and everything is almost exactly the same, but maybe they just changed the name, right? So even Zen has this, where there's like an OG Zen that was forked from Ethereum, and then there's a P Zen that was deployed as a new contract. So how do you keep track of both of those separately? There are lots of little intricacies that happen with crypto, and so the idea is, if we can have a nice simple interface where you don't have to know all the details, you can just kind of zoom in real quick and see something at a high level. So the other thing at the top is you've got this earnings, deposits, and liquid. So Vitalik is not really earning anything. He's earning like a little bit, but he has almost $2 million in this Vitalik.eth wallet, and he's barely earning anything. I think he's earning from Moxie, which he got airdropped on Farcaster, right? So this is him earning. He's earning this $931 down here. So the question is, how do you visualize this for somebody else? And I have I have an account, my developer account, that is attached to Farcaster that has a little bit of look at these bugs here. I can't even click on this. I'm using this chat app, or not chat app, Ecamm, and I'm using this website through Ecamm. So, this doesn't even work. Haha. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. So this is my developer account, and so I have like some degen that's staked. I have some Moxie that this should actually also, sorry, I'm just earning this Moxie here, but this is a bit of a better breakdown of how you would see an account, right? So you've got some earnings here, you've got some deposits, and you've got what's liquid. And the idea is to show the user at a high level, like, how are you doing from from an earnings perspective as a high level, and then you can zoom down into each one of these tokens, and here's DBZen here, and kind of like drill in and figure out how stuff works. So this is a Zen stake that's going on my developer account, and eventually I'll be able to withdraw it at some point. And so the idea is to really try to keep things really, really, really simple. So that's pretty much it right now. Somebody said their eyes. Oh, is there a dark mode? Of course there's a dark mode. Who do you think I am? Savage? All right, here, we're in dark mode now, since people want to see the dark mode. All right, we're in dark mode now. I feel like dark mode is a feature that must be implemented. And you can just go in here and force it to be on dark mode. So you don't have to have it on light mode ever. And then there's also a little bit of a percent change, so you can see how much your portfolio has changed over the last, I think it's 24 hours. I'm still working on getting data to make this window longer, so there'll be a 7-day and a 30-day version, and then there's a breakdown of all of the assets that you're holding by percentage, and you can click down and see the rest of them. So this is just a little example, and it's open to test out. Like I said, you can go to superdapp.com/portfolio, and you should be able to see it there. So this is like I said, this is just a little preview of what's going on. There's still a lot of work to be done, in terms of getting the token actions working. Because, if you've got DBZ and you want to withdraw your stake, whether it's your ETH or your DBZ, this all has to be hooked up. This doesn't do anything yet. So the writing part of this, and also, this connect wallet button at the top, none of that stuff is connected yet. But if you want to use it as a tracker for right now, it's totally open for that. And really want to get input on what chains to add in, because right now this is supporting Ethereum, Pulse Chain, and Base, but it should be pretty straightforward to add other chains, other tokens, and other protocols. And those are really the key things that we want to just work on putting into this product and making it better and making it faster. So that's pretty much it at a high level. Let me see. Oh, the comments are going crazy now. What else? When is it available? So you can actually use it right now. I need to figure out how to use this product there. Let's see. Let me see if I can make a text thing here. Add. Yeah. All right. You're watching me do this live, so I clearly don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to try this. Edit text. Oh, here it is. All right, let's see if this works. Boom. All right, there you go. Superdapp.com/portfolio. If you go there, you can go test it out right now. And, try to break it. If you see numbers that don't add up, I would definitely say reach out. And the easiest way to reach out to me is in Telegram. We have a t.me/superdapp _com, I think. Oh man, let me go to superdapp.com and the links are all there. But yeah, Telegram is probably the easiest way to reach out, just because I can actually chat back and forth and fix some of the bugs and try to get the numbers to be as accurate as possible. But one of the features about this product is that it actually reads everything directly from the chain in real time. So there's the back end of this product calls all of the blockchains. It does all of the calculations. So it's calculating all of the hex stakes and everything in real time as you're going. It's not actually going to, like a database server to go pull down information that was stored. We really want to get the experience to be as close to the speed of the chain as possible. And so there's a lot of work for hooking up RPCs, making sure we have access to fast RPCs, and extracting the data, transforming it into, the token sets, and then loading them up into the UI that you can see. So this is just kind of like a quick sample. And if there's any questions, I'll take some questions for a little bit. I'm supposed to be meeting somebody for brunch in a bit. So let me see if there's any questions here. Where's X? People are commenting. Perfect. All right. So if there's any questions, I'm just realizing the stream is a little bit behind, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to sync it up a little bit faster. Or maybe it's just my stream that's behind. Oh yeah, it's just me. There we go. I caught up. So if anybody in the chat has any questions, and I'll probably go on some streams or some other people's shows maybe this week and do some more demos as we get things fixed. Oh, another thing. So when I was testing this out with a few of my closer friends, somebody wanted to share screenshots, but they had to keep blanking out their balances. So there's a privacy mode. So what it does is it blanks out your top balance. It blanks out all the tokens that are here. It still shows the tokens, but it converts the total value to the actual just price of the token. So if you just want to see this thing and say, oh, what's the price of 33 bits? It's 5, or is it 3 zeros and a 4? or you want to see the price of degen, it's 2 cents. So the idea is that you could just share a screenshot really easily without having to show people how much money is in your account if you're just using it to track your own stuff. So that was a feature that I added as well. And yeah, I'm just right now trying to figure out the first communities to kind of build in. So obviously the Zen stuff is functional. I'm working on the CoinTool mints right now. CoinTool has a very, what's the word? It has a very technical way for how it creates wallets. And I've seen some people with like 30,000 CoinTool wallets. And that is very hard to just generate in real time in under 5 seconds, which is our baseline for how long it should take to read everything. And so for that, I'm going to have some way to save or kind of cache the CoinTool mints or the CoinTool wallets and then load them up. So when I add CoinTool, when I add ZenFTs, and then DBZen's in there right now, and then try to figure out some other protocols and other communities to add. So that's kind of like the future roadmap. Do you plan on adding in-house staking? Yes. So the idea will be that eventually you can go down here and click on Zen and just do the deposit stake right here, so that you won't even have to go to any other websites. Oh, okay. So you're talking about I'm trying to figure out. I think you said staking via Uniswap. Can I put this on screen? What does this do? Nothing. Yeah, I don't know how to use this pro. Oh, add to broadcast. Sorry, I'm just using this for the first time. I've never used this program before, so I'm hyped. Let me hide this. Do you plan on adding in-house staking? So right now, I'm not building any other token to support staking, I would say natively. Most of the staking that's going to happen is just going to be from other third-party protocols. But eventually, there will be a way for you to do depositing LP and all of that type of stuff. Do I have a time frame? So Clay's asking if I have a time frame for other chains, or do EVM addresses work already? So I'm actually paying for a bunch of chains like RPCs already. So if there's another chain that you're excited about, come into the Telegram channel and I'll add it. It's just probably going to take me like a half a day to add it and make sure that it's that like the coins that exist on there are set up properly. Some different chains, like for example, if you want to add something like it's basically something that's an L2, so a derivative of Optimism or Arbitrum. There's a couple of little extra things I have to do to map the Ethereum base address over. But outside of that, it should be pretty straightforward to add other chains and add other tokens. So if you just come into the Telegram, I can add whatever. And we are working on Solana as well. There's a couple of people that I'm working with, and they're really excited about Solana. So Solana will be on there. And then obviously X1 will be on there because it's a fork of Solana. Hold on, let me see here. I think you said staking is via Uniswap. So right now, every protocol has its own kind of liquidity pool. The Uniswap challenge is interesting because there are hundreds of forks of Uniswap. And there's also another protocol that effectively does the same thing that Uniswap does, which is Solidly or something like that. Basically, it's a similar concept to Uniswap, but it was created by Andrew Cronje, the urine guy. I think, or Wi-Fi. And both of those on Ethereum, because everything has its own liquidity pool, there's a lot of computer science math that you have to do in order to figure out where's the safest place to deposit your stake and put your liquidity. And so if we want to do like Uniswap staking, for example, say you want to do single-sided liquidity, or you want to do symmetric liquidity, that's going to be a little bit more complicated. And so what we'll probably do for Uniswap is just visualize your positions, let you collect your yield, and then let Uniswap handle kind of the getting into the positions until we can design something that's simple for somebody to get out of the positions from. So there's a little bit of work that would have to go into making Uniswap work. I think on Solana, everything goes through Radium. Like there's just basically one Uniswap that everybody has a front end to. So it's a lot easier to deal with that on that side. All right, let's see. I was scrolling back up and looking at the comments where people are saying my eyes. Let me see. Here's another question. Does the ETH address work? Oh yeah. So sorry. Let me read the question. Does the ETH address work as well so far for the rest of the EVMs like Polygon? So I actually am paying for a Polygon RPC, and I could add that maybe later today. I just need to know specific tokens that people want to track, because the way this is structured right now is it's a whitelist. So there are lots of products where they basically just scan the chain and add every token that they possibly can. But for what Superdapp's vision is, I want this to be highly curated around like high quality data. So I spent a lot of time talking to a lot of builders in different communities, pulling down their icons and making sure that they're SVGs so that they can scale to any size. I spent a lot of time drilling through the smart contracts. And so in order to get it to work on Polygon, I just need to know which popular coins people want to see. If it's Zen or Phoenix, or DBZen, I already kind of know how those work and I know where those contract addresses are. But if there's some other tokens on Polygon that people want to add, it should be pretty straightforward to add Polygon and then add those tokens. Okay, yeah, I can add. Oh, sorry. All right, so this is the question. Yeah, so those would be straightforward to add. I can add those, and it should not make the site run any slower, because everything runs kind of like in parallel to go pull down new information. So I'll put in Polygon next. Let me make a list. A list of tasks that you are giving me to do. Superdapp task list. Add Polygon. So I'm just looking at my note thing. It's funny. Oh, I was gonna say I don't know how to get rid of the comment, but I figured it out. All my programming skills have come in handy. So yeah, a couple of other things, and if there's any other questions, obviously just keep feeding them in. But a couple of other things. This is if you notice, it's not really like a DBank like wallet tracker app for sharing with other people. This is more designed to be personal. So all of obviously it does send the public keys to the back end to look up everything, but there's no database here. You're not logging in. There's no like sign a transaction and show me that you are who you are. One of the features that I actually do want to add in, which will actually require some KYC, but we have a partnership with who's that company? MoonPay, yeah. So, and Stripe. So the idea will be that you should be able to directly fiat on ramp and off ramp, skipping Coinbase and basically getting straight into crypto and straight out of crypto. So you go from bank to self custody, no middleman. So it could be like joe@joeblau.com. I don't think that's an actual address. And then you can say I want to deposit $500, right? And so the idea will be that you should just be able to deposit, and it'll put the money straight into this account. And the idea is to make it really simple for you to pick a way to on-ramp. Now, once you go through the on-ramp process, you're in KYC land, right? So there's nothing I can do about that. But you should be able to on-ramp directly onto your wallets through MoonPay or Stripe, which is who we're trying to work with to get this on-ramping system working. And then the idea would be, if you had ETH, you would be able to click on this, and there would be a withdraw button here where you could withdraw back through the fiat off-ramp as well. And it would just be in the token action. So that's another thing that we're looking at doing, but that's going to take a little bit more time just because there's some complexity in how the fiat on-ramps and off-ramps require you to sign specific transactions and the keys that you need to execute those transactions. So a lot of security stuff that we just have to make sure is buttoned up so that the process is smooth and it works properly. So. All right. You guys gonna let me go in 30 minutes? This might be amazing. Let me open up Telegram real quick and see if anybody's in here. People are in the Phoenix, yelling at me about Phoenix. Okay, perfect. Nobody's in Telegram. All right. Uh-oh. Everything went red. Oh, I think that the poller timed out. There we go. All right. Well, that is it for the current demo, kind of current state of things. Let me go back to full screen. So that's kind of it. If you want to go test the portfolio out, it's right here. Whoop. Can I move that right in the center? Look at that. So you can just go to superdapp.com/portfolio and go try it out, load stuff up. Hopefully it loads everything that you need, and it's loading prices attached to everything, so it should be a pretty straightforward experience. You just have to add a public key. Do not insert your private key anywhere ever, please. Thank you. But yeah, just go there and you can test some stuff out. And if you want to see other chains, like I said, you can come to the Telegram, and in the Telegram, I should be able to add other chains for whatever you want. And you can also add this to your home screen. So if you just want to have it saved there, you can put it on there as well. So that is pretty much it. If there are any other questions, I'll probably do another stream next Saturday when I add some more functionality and kind of just give you a little bit of an update on where we are in terms of adding some other chains and other protocols. So awesome. All right, see you all later. This should be up and ready to view in a little bit for people that didn't catch it live, but have a good one. Bye.